Okay, so this is something that I learned at the Meadows, and I mean, I could never teach it like them, so I'm not worried about stealing their diagram or anything. But I was getting ready to explain it to a friend, and I thought that a lot of people could actually benefit from this, so I wanted to share this with you guys as well. I'm gonna let a few more people jump in here before I explain it all, but so I'll just give it a second here. So it's a diagram, and as you can see, like you start up on fight or flight and then go up to freeze and then back down to fight or flight. And I'm gonna explain exactly what that means and how it pertains to me here in a second, and how it could possibly be affecting other people. Hi, everyone. Okay, so let's say that something happens to us when we're little, or things keep on happening to us when we're little. That can be really traumatic experiences that can cause a lot of panic and anxiety. Well, what our mind does is, if there's enough times where we have to have a fight or flight reaction, like, just terrible abuse or whatever's happening, what we do as a natural defense mechanism in our mind is that we go all the way up to freeze, and we just go in this complete freeze state that allows us to stay protected, so that we don't keep on feeling this pain where we constantly have to fight or flight, fight or flight, fight or flight all the time, and we just go into an absolute freeze state. Now, this is common in even animals as well. You'll see prey, like a bunny rabbit that's being chased by, I don't know, a fox or something. They'll be in fight or flight and like running, running, running. And then right before the fox catches them, you'll see their body actually go limp, because they just go into an absolute freeze state. That's another good example, Liz, a deer in the headlights. They just freeze. And it's just a huge defense mechanism. So a part that, so something to understand is that even when we're an adult, though, this doesn't really serve us nearly as much anymore as it may have when we were younger in childhood. But our brain is still so used to this mechanism, going up fight or flight to freeze. Just whenever times get stressful or what have you. It's like just an automatic switch in people's minds that have had really traumatic experiences in their past. So as soon as something starts getting a little, causing us anxiety, it's very easy for people that have had difficult past to go straight up to freeze. So that's what's happened to me the last few days. I was in freeze, which just means a very foggy mind, not present, like feeling like a weight over me. Like it literally feels like a weighted blanket over my mind. And then the part that is my least favorite, and this is a part that's very difficult for a lot of people, is this is, as you can see, it just doesn't go right here to here. You have to come back down out of your freeze state, back down into the fight or flight before you can go back into your normal mindset again. So even though you're in no need to be panicked or feared or anything, or fear anything, you're going to go from your freeze and you have to go back down to this. So I'm going to explain this part from here to here right now, because this part is a pain in the ass for people, and especially it is for me, so I know it must be for other people. Okay, so fight or flight, freeze. What are these things? What does it mean? Okay, so I was already describing fight or flight, and it's just, things get very stressful, and for no reason can okay, so I'm just going to give the example of what I was just going through. So I was in freeze the last few days. And like I said, it just feels like like I'm on autopilot. Like my mind is just like, whoop, I'm gone, bye, deuces. I don't need to be here, because it's protecting itself. My mind is like, I've had enough. And so I'm just coasting along, not feeling any feelings. Exactly, extreme disassociation. I'm not feeling any feelings. Well, then guess what? As soon as I start to feel better, though, my mind's like, okay, you can handle this again. So I start to come back down, but before I go all the way back down into my normal state of mind, I have to go back through fight or flight. So guess what happened? So I woke up this morning and I'm like, oh, awesome. I don't have the fog over my mind anymore. So I'm just going about my day, getting shit done, da-da-da-da-da, this is going on, that's going on. I'm in the shower at like, 3 in the afternoon today, washing my hair. All of a sudden, I'm like, I need to get out of the shower. Something's going on. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. I have to get out of the apartment. I just fucking left. I was just like, I just left. I left my apartment. I got out of the shower and I left my apartment because I was freaking out. I felt like I needed to be outside. Like, it wasn't quite a panic attack because, like, panic attacks are, as you guys know, very scary, but still a very high state of panic. Very high state of panic. Very elevated, difficulty breathing. And for anyone that has panic or anxiety, you know what it feels like to be indoors. Being indoors is terrifying when you're going through that. You're just like, did you rinse your hair? That's the most important thing, Liz. So it's like being inside is like, I gotta get out. So I went outside. I'm a few blocks down and I'm like, what am I doing? So then I came back and I'm like screaming into my pillow and I could not figure out what was going on. But it's very simple what was going on. My mind, I started in fight or flight, I went up to freeze, and then my mind had to go back down to fight or flight to get back to normalcy. And that's the way it is every single time. This is not a new concept. This is the way it is. And now I feel fine again. And especially now that I remembered this model of what was going on. Now I'm good. But it's a bitch. And it's like every time I go into freeze, I forget. I'm going to show you guys this thing one more time. This is one of the coolest things I think that I had learned at the Meadows. I don't know Gundar. All I know is that this works and this is a proven model that they share with a lot of the patients there. Oh, did they really, Joanna? I mean, it would make sense because for any huge traumas, you know, things that people go through, I mean, I could see that with you, Joanna. You know, like, you're in the fight or flight, you're like, freaking out, and then you go into freeze. Like, you can't even feel. Barely. I mean, they're there, but it's difficult. And then you try to get out of it, and you're back in fight or flight. And that's the reason people sometimes don't even come all the way out of this, because this right here can be traumatic. I left my freaking house today out of nowhere. And so then it's normal for people to be like, whoop, forget about it. And they just go back into freeze because it's too difficult to get back down through this. And so it's just a constant continuum of staying right here and living in this part. Okay, that's all I got. That's Psychology Today with Rachel Oberlin. No problem. No, Gundar, did I not explain that right? No matter what, people that have panic and anxiety, that's the continuum that you have. There's no way to straighten that, I guess. Does that make sense? Like, there's a way to not get on that in the first place. Yes. With breathing exercises, there's a way to not even get on this, to live on a thing that isn't even this hill, you know? But just, like I said, people are more prone to this that have went through traumas and have anxiety, depression, what have you. So, oh, Rick, that's terrible. The biggest thing is just, you know, when I'm going through something, Kara, I made a scope just because I was like, I was going to make you a personal video about this. And I'm like, you know what? I should just do a scope like this for everyone. But the thing that helps me the most to not even get on this continuum in the first place is exactly Gundar, exactly. The breathing, the letting myself feel feelings. Yes, Lauren. I know. The freeze is such a pain in the butt. The biggest thing is staying away from electronics for me, personally. If I can stay away from electronics and stay very present in the moment and look around, go outside, talk to people, outside, exercise, 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 that will take you out of freeze almost instantly. But always remember, you're going to go through anxiety that seems out of nowhere. You're going to be freaking out. You're going to be like, why? I thought I was over this. Yes, Kara, I was in freeze the last couple of days. Because freeze doesn't mean not functioning. It just means that it's just like kind of autopilot. Like, it's like you're not really all the way there. You're there, but you're not there. And most people don't even know you're not there. Only you would really know you're not there. It's weird. Thanks, Cindy. Yeah, no. Trophy, you try to have everything my way. I know, Rick. Yeah. So, thanks, Myra. Yeah, I don't know, Kara. I mean, I'm sure you would have heard about it. You're probably going to hear about it where you're at now. Or if you don't, I mean, I think also it's something that's much more common, and I don't know. I mean, I just think it's common with people that have, like, I'm sure you'll hear about it. Do you, Holly? Oh my God, you live close to the meadows? You live in the middle of nowhere then. That's true. Well, Kara, you have to watch the replay. For anyone that's just now tuning in, you live 20 minutes away, Holly. Shut the front door. You could have came and visited me. In Wickenburg? You live close to Wickenburg, Arizona. Why do you live there? There's nothing there. Get out. You guys, we need to have a thing with Holly to get her out of there. Get out of there, Holly. What are you doing? Not to mention it's 130 degrees. What are you doing there? You just moved there? We need an intervention for her to move. Oh, you've been there for 10 years. Ugh, God. I mean, yeah, it is beautiful. It's a beautiful place, but it's too hot, and there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Yeah, it's nice and cool here. I don't know what to tell y'all. Okay. It does. It makes everything a lot more clear, Caroline. For sure. For sure. So, I mean, obviously I rinsed my hair because it's drying beautifully. So it's going to be fine. My hair is going to be okay. And that's what's important here, is the hair. Thanks, Kara. Yeah, you can get the beach look too if you get out of your shower in the middle of panic. Thank you, Rick. Okay, for anyone just tuning in, go and watch the replay. I'm going to, Holly, I'm good. Holly, go watch the replay. I'm going to go watch the Mindy Project. I still have like a season left to go, but I'm powering through it. I don't know why I do this with shows, because then I have nothing to watch, and then I just have to watch really dumb stuff while I eat meals, because that's the most important. If I eat, I have to watch TV. That's the way I am. I don't know about y'all. It's like necessary. Okay. Go watch the replay. See you guys soon. Here, one more view of this. If you guys missed this, I explained this at the beginning. This diagram. It's really cool for anyone that has panic, anxiety, depression. All right, bye.